Salut les Français. Hey Diego, good to see you here. Hey Filster 1487 487. Glad to hear that, Pan Vallejo. Epic Crafters, welcome back to the live stream of Epic Camera Props, the only channel that aims to teach you how to make man-made props from movies and TV shows like these ones, from Star Wars, like these ones. I'm Raphael, I'm the owner of this channel. Today is going to be a Q&A session, special Star Wars live stream. If you per se, I don't know if you, basically if you have questions about the Star Wars prop I've made so far, I think today is the best day to ask me, because you know today is May the 1st with you. You know the drill. So I hope the Force is with you today on the 4th of May. And so yeah, so for this special day today, I reassembled all the props, the Star Wars props I've made so far. They are pretty much all here behind me, as you can see. There is just, you know, a couple of things, like I think there is the X-Wing that is not there, and the armors are not there because they are not, you know, you have a lot of pieces. I was not able to, you know, to put them on the background and in a way that they stay put, so I had to put them away for a while. But if you want to see them, basically you just ask me in the chat or maybe in the form, and I will try to put them in front of the camera if you want to see them closer, or if you have questions about them. And so yeah, and so as I said, today is the day to ask me your questions about everything about my channel and my props, but especially Star Wars. If you are a Star Wars fan, or even if you just enjoy the props I do, you know, from Star Wars, today is the best day to ask your questions live, and I try to answer them as the best way I can. But the best way to ask your questions is by putting them in the form that is in the description box below. There is a form in the description box below for that, because in the chat you can put your questions in the chat if you want to, but you know, sometimes there is a lot of comments. There are a lot of comments in the chat, so it might be difficult for me to find a question, and I may not see it actually. So in the form is the best way to have your questions answered. So there is a form for that in the description box below. And the way it works is on the first come, first serve basis. So don't waste your time, go right now, because yeah, sometimes I don't have the time to answer to all of the questions by the end of the live stream. Most of the time I'm able to, but you know, sometimes there is a lot of questions. So go ahead right now. And I can see a lot of people already in the chat. I can see Pam Valerio say the Force is with me and my Gab Itchy. So you have it with the Force and the Force is with you? It's what you are telling me? That's great. Shane De Silva is in the house. Hey Shane, good to see you here. Shane De Silva is a very active subscriber of this channel. He made a lot of my props. He's very good at it. So that's good to see you here, Cheyenne. Very, very cool. And so, okay, Leonardo Giliu, Jake. And by the way, if you are new to, I see quite a lot of people that are here, but I think most of you are not, commenting on the live stream, on the chat, in the chat. So feel free to do so. Even if you don't speak English very well, I know there is a lot of people from everywhere in the world. Myself, I'm very bad. My English is broken. Clearly, I have a very terrible accent. I'm aware of it. So don't be shy. Introduce you in the chat. Say hello, just hello. Or just tell me where you are watching this live stream from. Like the country, hashtag your country next to it. And I'd love to meet you guys. I know that there is a lot of people that are new on this channel, and I know that because my last test tutorial video is skyrocketing. It's performing very well at the moment. I'm so happy about that. It was, by the way, it's a Moon Knight mask I've made, and it's actually the best performing videos I've made in like a year. So it's awesome. You seem to very like it, and I'm very happy with it, especially because I had a lot of fun making this intro for this video, so I'm very happy about it. And so yeah, so don't need to introduce you in the chat. And yeah, your English is fine, man. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that. So Shane c'est Sri Lanka. Okay, no, I'm into good English. I'm so bad. Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about that. Pam Valerio say, I'm watching from Germany on my holiday. Yeah, that's great. It's holiday in Germany at the moment. Okay. Hi, my name is Ange. I really love your channel. I request you to make Batman crawl mask out of cardboard. Would be great to make this one. I agree. I have to think about it. I've been thinking a little bit about making the Batman crawl, and I may make it at some point. Okay, so as I said, there is a form in the description box below to ask your question. Don't hesitate to ask your question in the form. I'm gonna answer the first one, and after that I will go back in the chat. I'm going to try. I want to try to be in the chat a little bit more, because usually I'm a lot in the form to answer the question, and not that much in the chat. From now on, I'm gonna try to be a little bit more in the chat to see what is going on, to talk with you in the chat as well. So, but the first question from the form is from Nick Valerio. And so he asked in the form that is in the description box below. His question is, did you like seeing... Okay. In the latest Star Wars. Okay. Did you like seeing DN Footy on the dark side in the latest Star Wars? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I think DN Footy on the dark side in the last Star Wars. Sorry. Maybe it's the name. I doesn't ring a bell with me, and because of my English, maybe. So... yeah, sorry, I don't see what you are talking about. Sorry about that. Maybe we put your question in the different way and try to explain a little bit more, adding a little bit of context to it. And so, yeah. I'm from India. Annie Rutse is from India. And by the way, I'm not seeing a lot of countries in the chat, so I want you to tell me where you are watching this live stream from, guys. I asked that question before, and I know that there is like 15 people now in the chat, so there should be a lot of answers. I don't get a lot of them, so yeah. Okay, gamer dad say UK. I am in the UK as well. I know that I have a terrible French accent, but I live in the UK. I live in London, actually. So it's 4 p.m. for you, something like that. Okay, not a lot of country. That's too bad. I want to see your country, guys. Okay. Hey, where Maker Olix? I don't know. I think it's a tough thing to moderate this live stream. So to be a moderator, it's a lot of you have to earn. It's not a paid thing. So it's basically some help that you give, and I go live every week. So it's a big thing. So I think he have a lot of stuff in his life at the moment to deal with, and with his channel, because he has also a YouTube channel. So that's why Maker Olix is not there anymore. It doesn't mean he won't be again. He might be again, because as I always say to my moderator, you don't need to be there all the time. If you don't want to come one day or several times, it's okay. So that's why as well, because it's not they are not hired to do the job every week. There is no contract. It's it's a voluntary thing. Okay, the next question from the farm is from Annie, and the question is, so he made the Terminator arm, and the question is, hi Raphael, how are you doing? I'm great, thank you. Great time seeing you. The Mandalorian helmet looks cool behind you. Thank you. If you don't mind, can you show it near the camera if it's possible? Yes, of course. So, Mandalorian helmet. Okay, so the Mandalorian helmet here, you can see a little bit closer to the camera. And yeah, it's very good. I'm very proud of it, because I think I got the shape of it pretty well. It's quite correct. you know, I think there is not a lot of differences from the real one, which is great. Of course, if you watch very closer, you know, to the details, you know, if you have the focus, you know, of course, it's not perfect. At the end of the day, it's still cardboard. You know, you have some imperfections. It's paper. You can see the imperfection of the paper, and even on the top of it, you know, you can see a little bit the imperfection of the cardboard. But you know, it's good enough for me. You know, it's cardboard. You know, it's difficult to have perfect result out of cardboard, and I think to a certain extent, it's even not. You know, it defeats the purpose, because if you want to make a perfect replica, just, you know, you would lose your time to use cardboard to do that, because it would be faster just to learn how to work out of foam, and you know, with a few tutorials, and you'll get a better result. But yeah, you know, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, and the inside, of course, is a little bit less nice. Of course, because the inside is still cardboard. You know, I'm not working a lot on the inside, and I'm not wearing them a lot actually. So if you make this one, you know, and you want to wear them, and you know, in a cosplay event or something like that, I advise you to to put something in the inside for you to be, you know, it's for it to be a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, I'm not a cosplayer, so I don't do that a lot. I wear it a lot in my videos, but that's basically it. So yeah. Okay. And don't hesitate as well to use, you know, some one-way glass, you know, from Amazon, or the very cheap one, to do the visor instead of cardboard if you want to wear it a lot. Because with the holes, I'm able to see quite well. But of course, if I had to, you know, to walk in the street with cars, and you know, if I have to do a lot of usual things, it might be a little bit dangerous, because you have not a very clear view. I can see quite well for what I do with it. But yeah, if you want to use it as a, you know, as a cosplayer, and to wear it in an event, I advise you to make the visor in a different way. You can use the same template, just use another material than cardboard. It's going to be just fine. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed to see it a little bit closer during this live stream. Hey, Raphael Theodore, good to see you here. How are you doing? Raphael Theodore say your Moon Knight masks turned out mind-blowing and awesome. But I think the stripes goes around the mask was way too thick. No, they are not. Actually, they are a little bit thick. If you watch some pictures, you know, if you watch the pictures that how can I say it? The pictures that are the promotional pictures of the show, usually they are very thin, because it's, you know, it's Photoshop. But if you watch in the film, in the movies, they are a little bit thinner, but not that much. They are, you know, they are strips that you use to mummifying mummies, so they have to be a little bit thick to a certain extent. It's fabric, so you know, it's not that thin, and you may have this impression because cardboard and the glue may add a little bit of thickness, because the glue, you know, add a little bit of thickness, especially hot glue, so it might give a little bit of sensation, but it's not that thick. The next question from the forum is from Shane Da Silva, and so he's asking how Darth Vader is going. It's going well. I'm starting the build. I started to record the construction in front of the camera, which is pretty much the latest steps of the tutorial videos, because you know, the most important part of my construction is when I'm creating the templates. You know, it's creating the templates. I'm defining how I'm gonna make the props, and that's about 70% of the job. And when everything is clear and I created the templates on my computer and everything, I'm starting to assemble the pieces in front of the camera, which is pretty much the tip of the iceberg. So yeah, so it's good. I think it should be on my YouTube channel in a few weeks. It's sure, actually. It's gonna be on my YouTube channel in a few weeks. Sorry, because I want to post it. I want to post the tutorial videos before. I hope I'll be able to do that, but it's very the goal I want to do before the first episode of the Kenobi series that is gonna be released the 27th of this month. So yeah, so I'm working hard for that. Hello, Mike Ronson, how are you doing? Amazing work, thank you, Mike. Okay, so the next question from the forum is from Felid Walker Masks, and the question is, okay, would it be possible to make a human-shaped face from cardboard? If so, what cardboard would be the best to use? I think it is, but you have to understand that cardboard might be not the most suitable way to do it. I know that I did, you know, the Pennywise head, you know, that is a face, but it turned out a little bit different from what I did created on my computer, the templates, everything, because of the glue, because of the thickness of cardboard, that was a little slightly different from what I was expecting to use, you know. And so it was the most efficient way I found to make a face, and it's not a very easy way, because it is an easy way, but it is a long process that I had, and it's pretty much the most efficient way I had. So it's difficult to make a face, because, you know, the way I did the Pennywise head is by stacking pieces of cardboard on top of each other, and that way I was able to, you know, to reproduce every single shape of the face with some accuracy, which is great, but you know, it turned out a little bit too wide, so the nose is a little bit too thick. It's great. I'm very happy with the result, but it's very difficult to make a face, because you need to have great result when you make a face. You need to be very accurate when you process, because the one mistake you do on a face is gonna be very weird. For instance, if you want to make, you know, a star face, like, you know, don't know, Brad Pitt or Kenny Reeves or someone like that, you know, and you want to make a bust out of cardboard, most of the time, if you do just one single mistake in the symmetry, or, you know, the space between the two eyes or something like that, it's gonna be very weird. You're not gonna be able to recognize it very well, and it's not gonna be great, because face, you know, we are, as humans, you are very demanding when it comes to recognize a face. So it's very risky to make a face, especially out of cardboard. It's very difficult. So I think you could, but yeah, it's gonna ask you. You know, you need to be very good, and, you know, it's gonna be difficult. And what kind of cardboard? It depends on the techniques you use. If you use the techniques I use to make my Pennywise head, yeah, I think you could use, you know, like 5mm cardboard thick, or maybe 2mm thick cardboard. But yeah, I think, yeah, it's a tricky one. Okay. Good. Okay, so the next question is from Jaden Okalagan, and the question is, did you end up watching the Rhoda O'Donnell movie? I think I didn't. I think you may. I think I remember you asking me, you know, to watch it somewhere. I'm not sure, but yeah, I didn't. I have so much work. You know, I'm always late when it's come to watch things and movies, especially at the movie theater. Usually, I don't watch. I don't go to the movie theater, because, you know, it's taking time to go on. I tend to watch the movies when they are released, or sometimes I don't know them. Not, you know. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's pretty late all the time. That's thing that I'm really working on it, because I'm a cinema lover, so I need to, you know, see, and I have a YouTube channel when I make props from movies and TV shows. So yeah, I need to work on that. But yeah, I haven't seen that movie. Sorry. The next question from the form is from Nathan Hever, and the question is, have you seen the film called The Park Run? It starts Hunter Nelson, who had the start of the movie weighs 300 kilos, and he tries to get into shape to participate in an Aqua Park run, and he loses 280 kilos, and he wins the park run the space of 2 years. I haven't heard about it. It seems like an interesting plot, so I'll look into it, but yeah, no, I haven't seen it. Okay, next question is from Annie again, and the question is, what's the weather in the UK near your house? It's 8:45 p.m. in India, Bangalore, and it's raining. Anyway, your morning night helmet served as a base for Power Rangers helmet also. Okay, thank you. I'm glad I could help with that one, and that you could make a Power Ranger out of my Moon Knight helmet. That's great. And yeah, it's raining too here actually. That's we have pretty much the same weather as you. It's been raining all day long. I think all day today. Okay, Mega last. What have I made a tutorial on the storm coast defender? Okay, last. I'm not sure I understand. Okay. Hi Raphael, I have 3 questions for you. I'm working on the Stormtrooper helmet and wanted to know if you think it would be beneficial to use Liquitex modeling paste to make it smoother like you did Boba Fett. Yeah, it is. I would use modeling paste for all of my props if it wasn't too much of a stretch, because I know that it is quite of a stretch on this channel when I use something like that. You know, it's this channel is epic camera props. It's all about making props. It's all about the challenge of making props using only cardboard and paper to make, you know, to make my props. So when I use something like modeling pass to make some, you know, to make parts that are very central on my props, I'm not comfortable with it. But because I feel like, you know, some of you may not like, you know, that, because, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's not something that you have already in your home. So most of you anyway, so that's why I don't use it a lot. But I'm gonna that's funny, because actually I'm saying that, but I'm gonna use it for the one I'm working on at the moment, for the Darth Vader helmet, because I want to make it very well. You know, it's a very challenging prop I'm working on at the moment. I'm making it in three parts, you know, Darth Vader helmet with the dome, the mask, and the neck pieces. It's gonna be my next tutorial video. And to make it, you know, to make the dome as smooth as possible, I'm gonna use Liquitex modeling paste again, as I did for the Boba Fett helmet. But I think you could. Don't hesitate to use it for all the props you want. It's extraordinarily efficient to have smooth result, to have a full smooth surface. Just don't go too much, because you may lose some accuracy in the details when you do that, you know. Or if you do the details, you know, if you apply modeling paste on everything, try to be very precise when you apply it. But yeah. Okay. May the Force be with you as well, Raoul Vikram. Okay, so the next question from the form. I don't have another question on the form, so I'm gonna do that. And there's a form in the description, so don't hesitate to ask a question in the form. And but for the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna have a look in the chat and answer some questions in the chat. So don't hesitate to ask your question in the chat as well if you have some. Maybe put an hashtag question in front of it. That way I'll be able to find out the questions a little bit easier. Okay. Epic Camera Pop is going to be uncuffed by the end of this live stream, downloading those movies. Yeah, that might be the case. I have to be careful. No, actually, I don't do that a lot. I do that sometimes because that's a shame to say that, but sometimes it's easier, just because it's easier, you know. And that's a shame, because, you know, it's not that I don't want to buy some of this. It's just that sometimes, you know, it's just released and I need to see it, because maybe I want to make a prop from the movie or something, so I have to watch it right now. And yeah, but it should be. Actually, it's not easier. It's just I'm lazy, and you know, you have a lot of VOD ways to watch them. So no, it's not an excuse. I shouldn't do that. That's not right. And you shouldn't as well. But yeah. Okay, but can you please make template free? Can you please make template free? I get that question, not a lot, but quite, you know, often as well on this channel. And the thing is that, you know, usually people that are asking that doesn't realize how much work I have to put in these templates, because, you know, most people realize that. I think because I don't get that question a lot. But, you know, if you buy one of my templates, you should understand why I'm charging for them, because there are a lot of work into these. A lot of my fellas, you know, a lot of my friends, YouTubers. And that's fine, they're doing that, but a lot of my friends on YouTube and YouTube friends I have, you know, that making props as well, and provide templates for free. Usually, if you watch our templates, they are very basic. You know, they make them in a few hours, and that's okay, because it's not the purpose of their video. They're not doing step by step tutorial videos as I do. It's more like, you know, if you want to make the props your way, you know, the templates might help you a little bit. That's the mindset they are in, and that's totally fine. And that's great. But this channel is a step-by-step tutorial video. So the templates, I work 70% of the time on these templates. They take in weeks. You know, that's the main job I do on this YouTube channel, is creating these templates as efficiently for you to reproduce the props yourself at home, which is a tremendous job. You know, it's a full-time job. The part I show in the camera where I assemble the pieces is just the tip of the iceberg, you know. So I can't make, you know, because otherwise I would be basically it would be a full-time job. Like, you know, I'm almost working 7 days a week on this channel, you know, for free. it will be at some point. And by the way, they were free the first year I did this YouTube channel. They were totally free. But you know, I was jungling between my full-time job as a Steadicam operator and this YouTube channel. And at some point, I was like, you know, it's taking me too much time. I'm working, you know, every day after my job. It was crazy. So I had some point to find a way to make money from this YouTube channel, and the templates were the best way for me to do that. And so yeah, so I can't make them for free. Otherwise, you know, I would have to go back to my full-time job as a Steadicam operator and stopping this channel, which is not cool. Okay. No, that's okay. Don't worry, Gaming Machine. I get that question a lot because, you know, I know that a lot of YouTubers make them for free, but you know, that's not the same. You know, it's not the same thing. They're not providing the same kind of templates as I do because it's not the same type of videos they are making. So yeah. Okay, so the next question I have from the form that is in the description box below is from Shane De Silva again, and the question is, can you show the Stormtrooper helmet, please? Yeah, Stormtrooper helmet is here. And by the way, I did a little modification of the Stormtrooper that might interest you because I did that, you know, after the tutorial video, so you weren't able to see that. I wanted to try, you know, to put some one-way glass. So now hey, all of this is visible through the inside, so I can see through the mask. There is no holes. It's you know, it's a one-way glass, and that I bought from Amazon. I just cut the shape of it and I glue it behind it. Basically, it's not perfect. You know, it's not very smooth. That's the thing I'm a little bit upset with. It's not really. So I think the next one, if I do that, I will just put the same cardboard behind it, and I will make a big hole, you know, a big hole in it, and I will glue the one-way glass on top of it, so it will be way smoother. So yeah, so I did that, and I may show that in one of my tutorials. But as I said, it's always, you know, I'm always not comfortable with that kind of thing because I always feel like it is a bit of too much of a stretch for this channel, which, you know, is all about making the challenge of making props using only cardboard and paper. So when I do that, something like this, I always feel like, you know, I'm not aligned with the topic of this channel, and that's not good on YouTube to do that. So yeah, but yeah, you know, I have to take risks, so I will try maybe. I did that with the modeling plast I used with my Boba Fett helmet, and I'm gonna do that again with the modeling plast I'm gonna use on my Darth Vader helmet I'm working on at the moment. So yeah, it seems Boba Fett is working. You know, the videos of Boba Fett is performing quite well. So yeah, despite that. Okay, so nice idea. Yeah, thank you. It looks so cool. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gabriel Plays. Okay. So I'm gonna answer the next question from the form. The next question from the form that is in the description box below, because you have to know that there is a form in the description box below. If you just come to the live stream, there is a form in the description box below for you to ask me your question, because it is the best way for you to have your question answered, as in the chat is difficult for me to find out all the questions. So yeah, so the next question from the form is from Your Rack Hunt, and the question is, have you heard of the movie called The Story of okay, so I don't know. I think it's not the manager of the first ever store, Sammy. Okay, so apparently there is a movie about KFC, like there was with you know, McDonald. No, the founder, I think, for McDonald's. So I haven't seen it, but I have to check that out. It sounds like an interesting movie to watch. Thank you for bringing me that to my attention. Okay, so the next question I'm gonna answer to is from Naomi, and the question is, did you check out Tango Baldi? I don't know what it is, sorry. Okay, I'm not gonna read that one. I have some spam on this form from time to time, so yeah. So if you ask me to do sub for sub, because sometimes I have that, it's weird. You know, it's not. First of all, it's not gonna be good for you. Sub for sub doesn't work on YouTube. You have to know that. It's even against the the rules of YouTube. YouTube doesn't allow that. It's not authorized, and in addition to that, it's gonna harm your channel more than anything else. You can grow a YouTube channel with suffer servers. If you grow it, it's not gonna be good because you're just going to have a number of subscribers that are not watching your videos, which is basically like which is basically like you hadn't, these subscribers. It's like it's just a number at this point. So don't do that. Okay. Happy Star Wars Day. Happy Star Wars Day, ZHR3X. And I'm just making the Boba Fett helmet. That's great, Miku. How the work? How is going to build? How the build is going? Can you make a Green Goblin Gun mask? Maybe. I have to think about it. I'm gonna do something. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay, they released the new trailer of Obi-Wan Kenobi today. Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I've seen that there is a new trailer to watch the new Kenobi series, and I have to watch it because maybe for those that are new to this channel or to this live stream, I'm working at the very moment as I speak on a Darth Vader helmet. It's going to be the most challenging props I ever made on this YouTube channel, with maybe the T-Rex head and a couple of more. Because I'm making it in 3 parts with the dome, the mask, and the neck pieces, and you'll be able to assemble them with magnets, as I used to do that on all of my props. And yeah, it's gonna be very accurate and very fun to do, and not that difficult to make, because I found ways lately. I think if you watch my latest tutorial videos, you have been able to see that I improve my templates because I'm using software, now that allows me to make them easier to use, especially for the helmet. So yeah, I hope you're gonna enjoy it. Can you wear the mask for the rest of the live stream? No, I can't do that. Sorry, Pam. Okay, read my last comment, please. I don't know what is your last comment. The real GDR. You have to put it again, maybe. Okay. So next question from the forum. The next question from the forum is from Shen the Silva again, and the question is: have you seen the Fantastic Beasts and where to find them? The third one. Okay, so I have watched the two first movies. I think the third one is not out. I think. I don't know. I think it's gonna be. I think it is released. I don't know. Maybe let me know in the chat if it's out, because I would love to see it. But yeah, I haven't seen I haven't watched the third one yet. So yeah, but I will, because I like them. I was like, because I don't know how to explain that, because I was, my flatmate is a huge fan of Harry Potter, and so I was, so she was telling me that Fantastic Beasts wasn't that good. And because I was, I've never been a huge fan of Harry Potter. I discovered Harry Potter when I was pretty much, a few years ago, because I haven't watched them when I was a child. It wasn't really my thing, and so I can like it, but it's not. I like the Harry Potter series. I think they are great movies. So when she told me that Fantastic Beasts wasn't that good, I wasn't expecting too much. So when finally I watched Fantastic Beasts, I was surprisingly really happy about it. That's because I wasn't expecting too much, I think. So it's yeah, and I kind of like the two first ones. So I'm gonna watch the third one, with the same expectation, I think, and I think I'm gonna enjoy it. And I'm glad that Johnny Depp is in it, because Johnny Depp is in a lot of trouble at the moment. Not a trouble, but there is a lot of things going on his life, and with Amber Heard, and yeah. And I think it's too bad, because he's a great actor. He shouldn't be, and Hollywood is not calling him anymore because of this situation. That's awful, because I think, like, there is a famous one. I don't remember the name, but he talked about it on YouTube, and he said basically that we shouldn't be allowed to say the name of someone that is accused to be what Johnny Depp did, to be like that before it's true. Because people like Johnny Depp and celebrity, they are paying the price before they are judged for that. Because when you say and that's crazy, because when a girl said that, directly, it's on paper, it's on the newspaper everywhere, and the career of the actor or the singer, or you know, the person that is involved into it is broken even before it's proved that it's true, you know. And with Johnny Depp, we're not sure, you know. It's not, it's very blur, and you know, it might be. I think it's not. I don't know if it's true or not, but you know, that's a shame, because if it's not, its career is pretty much destroyed already because of it, you know. So I think, and it's right when he said that. I don't remember his name on top of my head, but he said that we shouldn't be allowed to say publicly the name of the person before, you know, the trial and everything is done. And I think he's right about that. But anyway, I digress a lot. Okay, so the next question is from Sammy Gebert, and the question is, can you make a big cardboard bucket of... No. Okay, that's, I don't know, I think it's a joke. Someone asked me to make a big KFC bucket or something out of cardboard. Yeah. Next question is from Ossi Assassin. Okay, that's pretty violent. Okay, I think that's a weird one as well. I'm not gonna answer to that one. Okay, I have a few spammers in the form. I just have to jump a few spammers in the form to answer the real one. Okay, I'm not gonna answer that one either. Okay, so I have some dump people in the form. I'm not gonna answer to that. So yeah, so I'm gonna have a look in the chat to see what is going on in the chat. And I like Johnny Depp, he's good actor. Yeah, that's true. That's a shame. That's a shame, because I think I don't know. There is a lot of things, you know. We are, you know, the trial of Amber Heard. The trial of Amber Heard. You know, the testimony of Amber Heard. I've just started, so maybe we will learn a lot of, you know, different things about Johnny Depp. But you know, I feel like even if he made some mistake, I feel like he doesn't. You know, it's not. You know, I think there is bad thing on both sides, and he didn't deserve. You know, to lose his career because of some allegation in the newspaper from someone, you know. And that's what I think is not good, because you should, you know, you shouldn't have the right, you shouldn't be allowed to say that out loud, you know, in newspaper, you know, before especially when you're talking about someone that is famous, because he's gonna destroy his career before even it is proved that he's, you know, guilty, which is not fair at all. I'm not saying that he's not guilty. I'm just saying that, you know, we shouldn't be allowed to speak out, you know, the name of the person. You know, it should be, of course, go to the trial and everything. You know, you have to be sure that you have to know if it is true or not. But you know, you have the famous citation, you know, that say you prove to be guilty before. No, I don't know how could you say that. Prove innocent before you're guilty. I don't know how to say that in English, but yeah, I think you know what I mean. Yes, it's sad. Okay. So I have the next question in the form. So the next question from the form is from My Q, and he's working on a Boba Fett helmet. My Q, and the question is, in which country do you live? I live in the UK. I live in London, actually. So yeah. Hello, peeps. How are you doing? What you doing? Building Ampere drawing for Star Wars Day. I don't understand. I don't know if it's a questions, but. It's night here. Yeah. Okay. So the next question I have from the form. Okay. Yeah, so someone yeah. So Jason Grant, I'm not gonna Yeah, you know, I don't know. It's, you know, because it's a story. I'm not sure, you know, what you says in the form is true. Apparently, Johnny. Someone, Jason, said that he was in a bar and he see him doing something. I don't know, but you know, I'm not gonna say that out loud because I don't know. You know, I'm not good. I don't know really. I don't know you really well. I don't know what you know. I have sometimes some spammer on this form, so I can take a side on that. So I don't know. So I'm not able. I won't be able to read that. Sorry, Jason. Okay. Obsessed with the Carol letter of Star Wars. I also really love the show showing. Well, okay, Renchi, it's a really funny comedy. Okay, right, Renchi. I don't know that, but yeah. So the next question is from Shane the Silva again, and the question is: I am obsessed with the cardboard cutout of Harry Potter and Star Wars, and I also really love the show showing with Ryder Henshi. It's a really funny comedy, and it will be cool if you made a prop from him. So I don't know that show. I'll have a look into that. That's an interesting. So yeah. We'll see. Thanks for the suggestion, Cheyenne. Okay. So next question from the form is from Dean, and the question is. Interesting question. So Dean asks, can you talk about your partnership with Skillshare? So that's a great question. Actually, my partnership with Skillshare was I've just terminated, you know, lately because you know we can partner with someone. It was great, you know, we were in great term and we ended it in great term as well. But you know, it's been a year that I've been I did a sponsorship with Skillshare because I really love Skillshare. I love the platform. I'm still a subscriber of Skillshare at this very moment because I'm using it almost, you know, every week for a lot of things. So yeah. So but now it's done. I'm not. I think you're not gonna see sponsored videos by Skillshare for a while now because you know it's been a year and we decided to do a little break. You know, for you know to not make you tired about Skillshare. It's not the goal of a sponsorship. So for now, and I think you've seen it. You probably saw that the last video wasn't sponsored by Skillshare, but yeah, it's we are in great term, and we may see Skillshare again within into my videos in the future. So the next question is from. My Q again, and the question is, what languages do you speak? I speak English, French, and a very little bit of German. But yeah, I spoke German way better when I was younger because I grew up in Switzerland, and so in Switzerland you have German language in school. You have to learn German in school. You know, even more than English. You know, it's a second language in Switzerland. I started to learn German like I was 12. And I started to learn English in school when I was like 15, 14. So even after that, so German was a very important thing, very important language when I grew up, and I forgot everything. Pretty much everything. That's a shame. So yeah. So now mainly French and English with a lot of mistakes. Okay, so the next question is from the real GDA, and the question is, I'm gonna read that before. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking here. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, so you have to understand that. I think you already asked that question in the form earlier. You know, it's this channel, and sub for sub doesn't work on YouTube. Don't ask VTuber to do a sub for sub for you, because even if I would do that, and I think it wouldn't work actually, but even if I would do that, if I would say people to go to subscribe to the channel, and I did that already for some people that are in my niche, that do pretty much the same thing as me because they deserve some invitation and love, and usually, it doesn't bring them a lot of subscribers, even for them, and they are doing the same thing I do, so they are interesting for my viewers. So if I do that for you, and if you're not even doing the same thing I do, it's not, you maybe have 3 subscribers if I do that, and it's gonna be useless for you. And these 3 subscribers are gonna do it just to please me. They are not gonna watch your videos, so it's gonna be very bad for YouTube, because YouTube, when they will propose your videos to this subscriber, and because they won't watch it, YouTube is gonna think that your videos are very bad, even if they aren't bad. YouTube is gonna think that because this YouTuber won't respond to your videos, and YouTube is gonna put your YouTube channel away in a closet or something. So don't do sub for sub, because it really doesn't work. Actually, it's gonna harm your YouTube channel more than anything else. So yeah, believe me on that. The next question I have is from okay, I'm not gonna answer that one. I have very dumb people today in the forum. Sorry to say that, but you should see some of the comments I have sometimes. Okay, the next question is from... Yeah, I remember you, Cardman. So the next question is from Cardman22, and he said, I am the guy who visited your channel last year in September, and I gave you a channel raid and donation. Yeah, I remember that. Going very good with your channel, mate. You inspired me and Black My Dog DNL to give it a go. That's awesome. That's great. And you're starting your own build to yourself. That's awesome. I love when I hear that. So that's great. Don't hesitate, by the way, to send me some pictures, of the work in progress if you want to on Instagram. Because I'd love to see the work in progress of that. Don't hesitate to keep me updated. And if you have questions, maybe I will be able to help you a little bit with that. Of course, it's gonna be difficult for me to help you with the props that I haven't made myself, because it's a lot of work, and you have every props is different, and it might be a lot of challenge. But I may be able to help you on a few aspects of it. So yeah, don't hesitate to reach out to me with that on Instagram, and I would love the work in progress. So that's great, awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, Cardman22. The next question is from Mike Q again, and the question is, which of your props do you think is the easiest? Which is the easiest of my props? I think there is the Star Trek Discovery badge. I think it is the easiest prop I've made so far, but I think most of you are not really interested into that because the video is performing very bad. So yeah, I realized very quickly on this YouTube channel that easy props usually doesn't work. You don't want to see easy props on this YouTube channel, or easy props sometimes, but to a certain extent, not too easy. And so yeah, so there was that once. Otherwise, I think pretty much all the helmets I made on this YouTube channel are pretty much the easiest prop I did on this channel. The helmets usually are quite, easy to a certain extent, because of course it's epic cardboard props, guys, so it's not gonna be easy AF, but and quick, but yeah, they are the most easy props I've made so far. I think are amongst the helmet I've done, especially the last one, the latest ones, from the Boba Fett helmet, because you have this one, which is of course a Mandalorian helmet, which is quite easy as well, but the process to make the dome of it is a little bit trickier than the one that came after, because after that I was using some softwares which allowed me to make the round shape of it in a very different way, but without losing accuracy of the shape. And so yeah, so I was able to make it differently, but yeah, otherwise yeah, the helmet usually. Hey Luis Orozco, good to see you here. I don't have moderator today, so it's good to see you here on the live stream. I'm not saying that you have to moderate the live stream, but yeah, it's good you're there. And I have some spammer today. Hello. Okay. I love to do cardboard props, but it's difficult to do correctly. Yes, it's it's an learning curve. You have to cardboard. I wasn't that good when I started this YouTube channel. Actually, I started to make props out of cardboard about 6 months before starting this YouTube channel, like about 4 years ago, and I wasn't that good at all. I was very bad actually. I always been able to make things with my hand. I grew up like that. My father is like this. My father used to make anything. He's able to. With my father, when I was like 20 and I was at my cinema school, I was working for my father during the weekend to pay my cinema school as an electrician, because he was renovating a house for the house to be rent in Switzerland, where I grew up, and he made everything himself. That's crazy. The house had nothing in it, like no water, no electricity, even some floors wasn't there. We had to remake the floors on some part of it. That's great. He had even to re-elevate the house, because the house was a little bit falling on one side. It was to the side of a mountain in Switzerland. So that's crazy, and he did all of it, water, heating, everything himself, because he knows everything. So he's very good. And I just did the electricity, because before when I was young, the first diploma I had is electrician. So I'm an electrician, but it's been like 20 years now that I have been an electrician, but yeah, so I did the electricity at the time, not 20 years, 15 years I've been electrician, but yeah, so I knew how to do stuff, you know, I always been in that mood, but cardboard, for me it wasn't, you know, I have never made something out of cardboard before, 6 months before starting this YouTube channel. And I started to make cardboard because I discovered a few channels on YouTube. I was, you know, looking for things about props, and you know, I was interested in that because of course I'm a cinema lover, and I found, of course, there were a few I was already aware of, like Odin Makes was a big inspiration even for this channel. If you watch the earliest thumbnail of my videos, you can see, you know, the background of, you know, that the blue matte of the, you know, background was inspired by the green matte of the background you see on the Odin Makes thumbnail. So it was the first inspiration for this YouTube channel, but all the props I've made was inspired by the techniques of another YouTuber who's called Moodbrain's TV DIY, and I've learned pretty much everything from him. But yeah, everything from Moodbrain DIY. So yeah. So the question, which is your prop, is the, so I think I digressed a lot, but I think that answers your question a while ago. Oh, I have a lot of questions in the form. I'm gonna yeah, I have to answer them, so I'm gonna be a little bit quicker. So the next question is from Sean De Silva again, and the question is, I didn't suggest that movie, I think someone else just put my name on the form anyway. Okay. Can you please make the Mark 85 helmet from Endgame? Okay. Yeah, so I will look into that. Thank you for the suggestion, because I want to. I think I will remake the Iron Man helmet at some point, because I think mine is a little bit, you know, I think it was an early helmet I made on this YouTube channel, and the techniques I knew at this point wasn't the most efficient one. I know now. So you know, the way I did the Iron Man helmet was, you know, you have to put a lot of cardboard on top of each other by stacking. It was a technique that I discovered at the time, and I was trying things with it, and I realized with the Iron Man helmet that, you know, it is fine for me, but it's gonna be a little bit difficult for you to reproduce and to finish with the same result as I did with the Iron Man helmet, because it depends. You have to use the exact same thickness of cardboard, and it's a lot of work. And yeah, so I think I will redo the Iron Man helmet, maybe the 85 version of it, you know, and with the techniques I have now, because they are way more efficient and way easier to use for you to remake, you know, to achieve the same result as I did on my props. So yeah. Okay, next question is from Mega. Okay. Okay, so I'm not gonna read that one. Not that one. Ah, spammer. Yeah, you're not funny, guys. That's not. I'm not even gonna read the guy. I'm talking to the spammer at the moment. Yeah, I'm not gonna even read them now. You know, you have to understand that. So you're just wasting your time. Sorry. So the next question is from Luis Orozco. Okay. I think it's not you. I think it wasn't you, Luis Orozco. I think someone just used your name to ask a weird question. Sorry about that. And I'm not sure. The thing is, I'm not sure it's you, Luis Orozco. Let me know in the chat if you put some question in the form just for me to answer. I'm gonna answer one because you asked me a few things, but I have some spammer in the form, unfortunately. So yeah. Let me know in the chat if it was you, if you put question in the form or not. Okay, so okay, no, you didn't. So it was what I thought. Okay, Lon Discombs has okay. Thank you so much to answer all of my questions. Your channel is very good. Continue, please. Good luck. Bye, and see you for another live. Bye, bye. Loan Discom, it was good to see you here in the chat during this live stream. Okay, I've searched around and no one have ever made a tutorial on the Scout Stormtrooper and Coastal Defender. Could you be interested in making them? Thank you so much for all of your amazing work. So yeah, why not? I'll think about that. It's I have to look into that, because you know, I have, when it comes to make props for this YouTube channel, it's always, I have to take into account a lot of things. You know, I have to take into account what you want me to do. It's actually one of the main thing I'm looking to when I have to make a decision about the next props. But I also have to take into account what is trending at the moment and what is performing on my channel already, because you know, it's always good to double down on a topic that is already working very well on your YouTube channel. So so yeah, so I have to take into account a lot of things, and you know, they are taking quite some time to make. So usually I'm making 1, sometimes 2 tutorials a month, so it might take time, but I take all of your requests into account, and yeah, maybe I will make those ones one day. Okay, Devlum2 say, you're very inspirational to me, even though I use foam. That's great. I love. It's very cool to have that kind of feedback, because you know, I know that people usually, I'm not saying that if you're making things out of cardboard you're not a professional, but I know that there is a lot of very experienced props maker that of course are using foam to make props. So it's always cool when I have someone that is, you know, use foam, because it feels like, I think you probably know what you're doing when it comes to make props if you are using foam, because foam is not a very easy material to use, and if you say that my channel is very inspiring for you despite the fact that you are using foam, that's you know, I take that as a compliment. So thank you for telling me that, Devlum, and I'm happy that you know, I was able to inspire you about making props. Okay, Pavel, you have been inspiration to me as well. Not so much my son Nick, though. You have up after 30 minutes. I don't understand that. Sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna have a look to see if I have another valid question in the form. Okay, so the next one is from Mike Q, and he's not a question, but he's just telling me that I know it's not a question, but I do a dark saber, and the Boba Fett helmet for a friend's birthday. That's great, thank you. 2 of my tutorial videos, and yeah, and someone asked me before which one were the easiest on my YouTube channel, and I think I didn't think about that at the time, but yeah, the dark saber is one of the easiest prop I've made so far. I should have mentioned this one as well. The dark saber is very easy. It's one of the easiest prop I've made on this YouTube channel, I think. So, and that's great that you are making this one. Dark saber and Boba Fett helmet. That's great. Good to see. Good to hear that. I hope your friend is gonna be happy with that. Okay, not gonna read that one. There are very weird people in this world. Okay, so I'm gonna have a look in the chat to see what is going on in the chat. Are we going to play Among Us? yeah, it would be great. I've never tried that game. I should try someday, but yeah, I never tried it, and it's a shame because it's such a big thing on YouTube, you know, and everywhere. So I should. Okay, so yeah, so that was great. I'm gonna wrap this live stream up. It was great to talk with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. We didn't talk too much about Star Wars today. That's too bad because you know there is a lot of Star Wars props behind me. But I have some interesting question about Star Wars anyway. It was very cool, and I hope you enjoyed the live stream. As you know, if you're new to this live stream, you know that I'm going live every week on Wednesday at 11 AM Eastern time. So yeah, so if you just jump to the live stream, and you know, because I'm wrapping the live stream up, don't worry, I'll be live streaming again next week at the same hour on the same day on Wednesday at 11 AM Eastern time. And so yeah, and also don't hesitate to check out in the description box below there is a link to see a playlist link to see to watch all the Star Wars prop I've made so far. So if you want to have all of them in the one place, you have a link in the description box below where you'll be able to access all the Star Wars props I've made so far. If you want to watch some of these props that you can see here. And so yeah, and don't hesitate to leave comments on these videos if you want to, just to let me know what you think about it. It will be great. And so yeah, so I hope you have a great week. Stay safe, and yeah, see you next week. I'm gonna say bye to some people in the chat. Bye, Pam Valerio, who was there pretty much all the live streams. So that's good. Thank you for just stepping by and staying during the live stream. Shane De Silva. Sorry about that. Shane De Silva. Luis Orozco that jumped to in the live stream to moderate a little bit the live streams. Thank you very much for that, Luis. I do appreciate it. And so may the force be with you, Mega Mandros. May the force be with you too. may the force be with every one of you guys. Bye everyone. Cheyenne, Mega Mandros, Loan Descombe, who is there again? Cartman22 was in the house. Don't know if you're still there, Cartman. Okay, so it was great to talk with you. I hope I'll be able to see you next week. As I said, don't hesitate to check out in the description box below. There is a link to a Star Wars link, basically, when you can access all the Star Wars props I've made, Star Wars tutorial. There is a link in the description box below where you can access all the Star Wars tutorials I've made so far. That's basically what I wanted to say. And yeah, I hope you have a great week. Stay safe and see you in the next one. Bye everyone. See you next time. Where is the button? The button is